Friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to perform SQL injection in DVWA at high security level. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's get into it. First of all, we need to set the level to high, submit, and then we can navigate to SQL injection section. Here, this time we are presented as link to change, to submit user ID. For example, we can input 1 and submit, and we are giving the user information, okay, on the same page. As a matter of fact, if you check its source code, it's very similar to the low and medium security level. The difference is this one, limit 1. This means only one, this means only one entry will be retrieved from, or will be returned from the database. But this can be easily bypassed or ignored by comment, right? If we put like the hashtag or double dashes, we can ignore the limit. So the process of SQL injection is very similar. But I'd like to demonstrate the entire process one more time, step by step for you guys. Okay, so how to do? Let me close up this page and we can launch the Bubble Suite. Or maybe I think we can use this one. First of all, we need to determine the query is string-based or numeric based. We can put single quotes and submit, and we got an error. So possibly this is a string based query. Let's go back to SQL injection. Oh, what's wrong? So why I cannot submit and go to I think there is some wrong with DVWA. When I need to reset the database and log in one more time. Let's go injection. Oh, reset the database. Okay, refresh, log out, and admin password. Okay. So then we can, of course, just now we just know possibly this is string-based query, not 100% confirmed. Next we can, oh, why? I still got the error. I need to open new private window. So now we set the level to high and SQL injection, and we can send the, if we send another payload and 1 is equal to 2 to see how it works. If it logically, if it's a logic, or I mean the logic operation end works, and this should be numeric based. Okay, submit. No effect. Now we can continue our testing. We can put this one is equal to 2, And so if works but no results, this means possibly the query is string based. Okay, because this means I have already explained, right? This means like although on the front end or on the web page like this, and at the back end would be like this. So, this, of course, the result would be false. So we shouldn't get back any information, right? We can. Yes, here, submit. Oh. I open up so many windows. Yet nothing returned, right? Maybe I can repeat this process one more time. And if we send this payload, if the query is string based, we shouldn't get back anything. No results. Okay, submit. No results. So up to this point, we have already confirmed the query is string based. Even we can view the source code one more time. Yes, indeed, this query is string based. So what are we going to do next? We need to find the number of columns. Okay, so how to do? We can use the same window. Yeah, here, not this one. No, not this one. Close up. So how to find the numbers of columns? How many columns are in the original query? Here. Just now we just made the guess. There are 2 columns. In real practice, we need to confirm. We need to perform testing. Okay. So how to do? Yes, we can utilize the order by one and submit. Yeah, we got back the user information, no error. And we can increment this number. Oh, not order by 2 and submit, no error, right? And order by 3, submit. This time we got error. So this means the 2 columns in the original query. Next, we need to identify visible columns. Here, it's obvious both columns are visible, but again, in practice, we need to find out by ourselves, since some of columns are invisible on the page. Okay, so how to do? We need to use ulim select. This one. We can ulim select 1, 2. Okay, submit. And let's go back to the original page. Oh. Yes, 1 and 2, both columns are visible on the page. So next, we need to extract database information. Let me do it very quickly. We can use ulim select 1 database. Okay, submit. And then we get back the name of the database. Next, we can try to get back the names of all tables. So I'm going to use this one, DVWA. I don't know whether the application is using escape a string function. Anyway, we can try that out. We can copy and paste it in here. Let me submit. And yes, we successfully got back the names of all tables. Even the, if you check its source code, you see no MySQL escape string function. Even easier in comparison to medium security level. Okay, so next we need to try to get back the names of all columns. Users, we can copy. And okay, submit. And then we can get back all the names of all columns of this table. Next, we can run this command on this query to retrieve the data of this table. We can copy. Submit. Yes, we dump all data of this table, or not all data, just 2 columns, user name and encrypted password. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.